when Honor Malaysia announced the price of the brand new Honor MagicBook to be at 2,299 ringgit, I was shocked because I know about this laptop. I tried this laptop. I was using this laptop when they made the announcement, and the price is kind of unbelievably affordable. And today we're going to take a look at this laptop in depth and see what do we get out of that 2,299 ringgit that we are going to spend on this laptop. So first things first, I'm going to skip a lot of parts for this laptop itself because its core specs and overall features and functionality shares a lot of similarities with the Huawei MateBook D15, which we have reviewed in the past, and if you want to check that out, do click at the link at the top right corner here. The Honor MagicBook is actually using this kind of gunmetal grey color, and overall build quality is much more solid than the MateBook D15 in terms of feel. I'm not too sure how they did it, but even though it's plastic, it feels very good, and it is also very sleek to look at, so you can bring out to wherever actually, just to your meeting, to meet your clients maybe, and they will still look at your laptop and ask, hey, that's a good laptop, how much do you get it for? As for the ports, well, you do get sufficient amount of ports and variety of them, but it does use USB Type-C for charging, so if you have something like a USB Type-C hub, maybe if you have the Fluho Signature Pro, then you can even expand it with an M.2 SSD slot, SD card reader, more USB ports, and even HDMI output. So opening up the lid here, what you can see here is a relatively thin-ish bezels all around the screen itself. It's not exactly the thinnest for a 14-inch screen laptop with 1080p resolution, and I'd say that's kind of okay because Honor maintained that webcam at the top center of the display where it should be. Back to the display though, this is actually a very nice display with good colors and overall nice brightness as well, which I think is the common standard for laptop screens nowadays anyway. And as for the keyboard, well, it is very different from the MateBook D15 because the keycaps here are actually very smooth and the travel distance is much longer, and it is also clicky when you actuate the key. So in layman's term, I would say that this keyboard is kind of fun to type on, and this entire script for the review is actually typed on this laptop as well. However, the one thing that I cannot get used to yet is the function key lock, because if you wanna press F11 and then you just wanna change it to take screenshots because they're both using the same key anyway, you will have to tap the function key and then the light turns on before you can hit F11. Why is that? Well, it's because Honor does not have a function toggle feature, so you cannot just hold the function key, press 11 to do something else. No, you can't do that. So you have to press the function button so it will lock the function layer before you can perform whatever function you want. It's just kind of weird. And as for the trackpad on this laptop, it's kind of okay in terms of size, and usability wise, it's using Windows Precision Trackpad, so all the gestures are going to work. It does have some hiccups here and there, like 2-finger swiping. Sometimes it would just detect as one and then it glitched out, then you will have to take off both fingers and then redo the gestures for it to re-register what you're trying to do, which is just inherent issue with Windows trackpads overall, and I don't blame Honor for that. Overall, this trackpad is usable, and there you go, I guess. Flanking both sides of the keyboard is the speaker array, which I think this speaker is very loud, and for me personally, 10% volume is all that I need. Anything higher and my ear will just hurt. And on top of that right side speaker array here is the integrated power and fingerprint scanner button. And one amazing thing here is that when you do press the button, it will cache your fingerprint, so it will just scan it first, and when you boot up into Windows, then it will use that cache fingerprint to log you in instantly, as shown in this video right here, because it is just very difficult to describe with words. And as for the battery life, it can last for about 6 to 7 hours with my usual workload. So my usual workload is usually a lot of Chrome tabs, some YouTube videos, lightweight Photoshop, and also quite a lot of Spotify in the mix. So having 6 to 7 hours of battery is magnificent coming from this laptop's 57.4 Wh of battery. And this is where things start to get a little bit different with the Huawei MateBook D15, because with that larger battery means there's no 2.5-inch hard disk space. However, to compensate with the lack of hard disk, HONOR included a much larger SSD. So we have a 512GB PCIe NVMe Gen 3 X4 SSD. So you're getting the best speeds of 512GB right out of the box. And if you think that 512GB SSD is not enough, you can upgrade it. So there are just a total of 9 Torx screws at the back of this laptop. Open all of them up and then you can just swap out the SSD for maybe 1 or 2 terabytes. That's your choice. In terms of core specs, what you get here is actually the same as the Huawei MateBook D15, so it is all listed here. What you do need to take note of is that soldered onboard 8GB of RAM, and 1GB of that 8GB of RAM is reserved for the graphics VRAM. So all in all, for the price of 2,299 ringgit, I can recommend the HONOR MagicBook without any issues at all, because this is a magnificent laptop for that price. So tell me, when was the last time that you can actually get a laptop at this price that's actually very usable for day-to-day use, ranging from students to lightweight users to word processors? Well, with Intel chips, that never happened. And with AMD in the mix right now, we do have laptops like this at this kind of unbelievably low price. And if you are a student, maybe you just want to do some Microsoft Word, then the HONOR MagicBook is a truly magnificent laptop for that task. And that is all we have to say about the HONOR MagicBook in specific. If you want to learn more about it, then check out our review of the Huawei MateBook D15, because once again, those two laptops are very similar in nature. And thanks for watching everyone. Do subscribe and we will see you in the next video. If you have any questions, then leave them down in the comment section below. We will try to answer them whenever we can. And yeah, bye.